fight the boss now if we really wanted to. And I mean, it's not impossible. Well, welcome back to another episode of Chrono Cross. You're gonna notice a little bit of jumping around here. We're gonna just look at a few things that differ from the New Game Plus to, what we saw before. And the first of these is gonna be here at Aposa Beach. I've not talked to Lena yet. Not done any of that, not gotten Pashul. It is just Surge right now. Gotta get used to calling him Surge again. So it is just him, and I want you to notice, there's no portal here because, we don't have the astral amulet, so we can't do anything. We do have the time egg, though, and there is a portal. We could go fight the boss now if we really wanted to, and I mean, it's not impossible, considering, you still have access to all your elements, you still have access to any of the equipment that you made ahead of time. So, I've still got a Spectra Swallows, Prism Mail, all those things. I am all set. But I wouldn't recommend going and fighting him alone before even, talking to, Lena and everything until, your third playthrough at least. So I'm not going to be doing that right now. But that's a really cool thing that you can now fight the Time Devourer in its true form whenever you so desire, because you do have that. There is also one notable element missing, unless I'm crazy. Yes, so there is one notable element missing. No matter how much I scroll down through here, no matter how much I look, I am never going to find, at this point, the Chrono Cross. So we no longer have the Chrono Cross. The two big things that you no longer have are the Chrono Cross and also the Master Mune. Which is why I highly recommend making at least a Stone Swallow for Surge before you finish the game. Even if he's never going to use it, he'll start using it now. So yeah, now with that out of the way, I'm going to go through and I'll see you at the next New Game Plus feature to show off. So we're gonna do things a little different this time, and instead of refusing Kid when she asks us, we're not gonna brush her off. We're gonna see how having Kid in our party now changes things a little bit down the line. So go through this conversation. Forget it. Don't know why they're after you. How about we team up for a while? And what we say in response to this is... heck yes. Travel together. Funny how you get 3 chances to refuse, but you say yes, you don't get a chance to say, oh wait, actually no. So that decides it. We're real good mates now. Anyways, it'll be getting dark soon. I suggest we head over to Arnie and shack up for the night. Oh, and Serge, don't go trying any funny stuff just 'cause I'm cute and all. So that's kind of how this changes. Pashul is with us, although Pashul does not come up the cliff then, so that's one thing we missed out on. And then Kid just says, oi, let's get our asses down to Termina. So, Pashushu, full speed ahead. No Renoa coming in and talking. None of that. And then Kid says, oh yeah, mate, nearly forgot. Let me give you this. It's a teleporter. You'll be able to switch your party members from afar. It's a real handy gadget. All you have to do is, it's a pain in the ass to explain. Just look it up in the menu. So we get the teleporter now instead of later. And you'll notice that Lena isn't here at all. We come in, there's a guy who complains. This is literally the conversation we had before about where's Mama Surge Poo. everybody getting freaked out, all that stuff. But yeah, we don't run into Lena at all now, where we would have run into her at this point before. So you've completely lost your ability to recruit her, which is why the first time I was like, no, because we can get both Kid and Lena if we do it the other way. But yeah, that's just one different branch you can go with that. So, other changes that we'll be making that aren't necessarily from a New Game Plus are that we're going to be taking a different path this time. We're not going to be getting Nikki. But before that, I also want to point out one more thing. You possibly noticed this when I was going through elements before. But one other element, set of elements actually that is missing is summons. I don't have a summon here. In an attribute color first, I should have a Saints pop up here. So the summons, you can only get one copy of them, and you can only get them at a certain point in the game. I am going to try at some point to get all of the summons, like we never got Unicorn. We never got Mothership, I think it is. We never got, oh, what was it? Sonya. Golem. Frog Prince we got, but that's just because you always get that. Red Wolf, never got that. So, like, there's a lot of ones that we haven't gotten that I would like to get at some point. But more importantly, we've got a path to take. And I'm trying to decide which one I want to do. You know what? We are going to do the bar path. And by the bar path, I mean we're going to go talk to Guile. Because why not? So if we go talk to him, and he says, "My name is Guile. I am having a certain bet with the fortune teller by the bridge. If I can bring the item of proof from the manor within a week, I shall win. If I cannot, I shall lose, but as there is a trick behind any mysterious magic, there is no such thing as an impregnable fortress in this world. A toast to my coming victory." So you've business at the manor as well. Interesting. Gambling is a lot more interesting with higher stakes. What we need now is a seasoned sailor and a sturdy boat to cross the rough waters. If you can find one, leave the rest to me. I will guide you to Viper Manor. What will it be? We're going to ask for his help. And Guile enigmatically joined our party. So I'm going to look real fast at the documents that I have with the Chrono Cross names, and he would be named Reggie if we ended up changing names. Like I said, I'm not going to change names because then I have to go back and change them all later. But his name would be Reggie if we chose to do that. I'm going to leave it default here for all of our other runs. They're going to go with the default game names. But just a fun, what would he be called? So now we actually have 4 people in our party, which is great. But I'm not going to switch him in yet. You'll notice that he is a black in it. I'm going to have to do some party rearranging stuff first. But there is something that I want to point out. You know how, usually you pick someone, you swap them out, whatever. But you can't do that with Surge. Which really sucks, right? Yeah, I know, it's awful. Once you find a boat, leave the rest to me. I shall guide you. I believe the fortune teller said the target for the bet is located in the manor's mess hall. So, there's this relief charm, which I believe, I'm trying to remember how to use this. I think it's him I have to equip this to? There's some way that I can do this, and I don't remember how. So it might be in the key, it's probably in the key items. No need to participate in battles when friends can fight for you. Hello, yes, I would like to switch out. I don't even remember how this works. Do I equip it to him? I don't remember. There's something though where you can actually switch him out. Or switch Surge out for someone else. Using the relief charm. I don't remember how to do it, and it's frustrating. Oh, I probably have to be on the world map or at a save point for that. Now that I think about it, since I can't use the teleporter anywhere but the world map. Probably can't use this anywhere but, you know, the world map or a save point as well. So if we go over here, there we go. Now we can select the relief charm. And then we select a member that he trades places with, for instance, Guile. So now, on the world map, on the map running around, Surge is in the party. But if we get into a fight, Guile will be in the party. So that's gonna be fun, first of all, very fun. And second of all, I'm gonna sprint on over here. So we did see a boatman, and I mentioned this the first time through, that if you want to take Guile and you want to take that path, you've seen a boatman, especially if you went down here for the Bellflower Prayer with Glenn and Lady Riddle. You would have also seen him over here. But Korcha is waiting right on over here. Greg, but Korcha. And that guy rushed and hit it as soon as I got there. It was a hilarious sight. Yeah, that's great. Oops, I've got customers. Sorry, I'll get you some big fish next time you come by. Alright, Greg, but is it really gonna be big this time? You only ever catch small fry. Your boating skills are first class, but your fishing skills suck. Ah, shut up. See ya. Oh, it's you guys. You're tourists, right? The festival's a waste of time. My name's Greg. I'm here from Guldove, working as a ferryman. I can take you anywhere you like with this boat. I take money, but don't worry, it's not that much. That's okay, we're pretty rich because we still have the money from our last playthrough. My boating skills are quite famous around here. I guarantee a comfortable ride. Hey, you. We want to get to Viper Manor. Can you take us there? Viper Manor? What you gonna do up in that place? You gonna go steal treasure from the vaults or something? Don't go snooping into your customers' privacy. Are you gonna take us there or what? As long as you can pay me, I'll take you anywhere you want. It's just that I don't know how to get to the manor. If you want to get there, bring someone who does. So we have to have Guile in our party for this. So I am going to do some maneuvering of my party, switch some things out, switch some elements out, and then I will be back here at the boat with Guile. And I will have the relief charm having someone else in the party. So we will have Pashul, Kid, and Guile in the party for fights. But we'll see who I end up switching out. So I'll see you in just a second for that. Alright, we are back with Guile and Kid as our other party members. Pashul will come into battle to replace Surge. The one thing that I want to note that is really cool, even though we did not recruit Guile last time, he still levels just like any other character pretty much. So his health is, you know, in the 500s. His magic power and everything is up where it should be, so, you know, he's still pretty strong and powerful. He's got his full element grid available, which his element grid looks super weird compared to some others, which we will see when we get into battle. But let's talk to Korcha, aka Greg. Back again, eh? Take you wherever you want. Hey, you. We want to get to Viper Manor. We already had this conversation. You already know what we want to do, and we already told you not to snoop in our privacy. But are you going to take us or what? Yeah, we know when you need someone. We brought someone. I shall guide you there. Are you sure you can get into a place like that? Yes, trust me. All you need to do is prepare the boat. You got it, but it'll cost you. It's gonna be 100 G. Pay it. And come on, get on board. It's a little tight with 4 of us, but it'll be a short trip. Don't you worry about a thing. And by a little tight, he means one person has to sit on the wing. Poor Guile. And it almost looks like his paddle's just not going into the water because of how clear the water is supposed to be here. Yeah. PlayStation physics. And he votes, "Hey, those guys didn't listen to me. Jeez." So he gets mad that you go with Korcha, because he tells you to stay away from Korcha. And then this is the little kid. There we go. This is the little kid who's been studying boats. Wow, it's Greg's boat. He runs along and watches it, because that's the one that he's noticed is the fastest, is Korcha's boat here. This is just fun little tidbits from doing things this way. So you end up boating around out of Termina, up around the peninsula there, and over in the back of Viper Manor here to the Viper Manor Bluffs. We then dock. And don't you think it's pretty dangerous? Indeed. We'll make it. You sound confident. Alright, let's get our asses in gear. Of course, I chose to keep Kid in the party so that I have to keep attempting an Australian accent and mostly failing. So, since we haven't gotten to see this at all before, despite the fact that most of these chests are going to be pretty useless to me, I'm still going to go after them. Huh? Intruders! Begin stone toss! Rah! Rah! Arg! Yes, this guy is literally just throwing boulders down the cliff. That is their defense mechanism. They see people try to climb up the cliff, they throw rocks at them. Yes, those rocks actually do hurt. Does it matter as much with our current health? No. So we climb up here, get that. This chest here has a tablet. Definitely not worth it. But I didn't say that these were all going to be worth it. Stones, I don't think actually knock you off. That's not what I wanted. I thought I was lower down than I was. I don't think stones actually knock you off. They just, yep, minus 10 health. So they just hurt. For the most part. Climb up there. Let's see, I think this way's a dead end. You can see in that hole up there that there is a nest bird monster thingy. So that is also something fun. So you can time, if you want to avoid it, you can time your climbing so that you don't go past it at all. There's one way to do things. There's a chest here, which gives us a meteorite. Pretty good to have at this point in the game on a first playthrough, so definitely not a bad idea to go for that chest, especially if it is your first time through. Also, meteorite is just a good element to have in general. Now, okay, it does knock you down. We've proven that. Nope, stop. Cease and desist. So you see they roll back and out, and if you're too close, they will jump on you. But the fun thing is that despite this being, you know, a new game plus, we actually haven't seen this enemy before. This enemy is only found on Viper Manor Bluffs, to my knowledge. So this is a Loch Ness. A Loch Ness monster. Yes. Yes, they did do that pun. Wait, I forgot to relief charm. I'm smart. Anyway, so you'll notice Guile's element grid. It's a little weird. His starts out super small and then gets bigger. So that's kind of how most people's, like, Kids starts out really big and then gets small. Guile starts out small and gets larger, which means he has the ability to cast a lot more higher level elements than most other characters do. So he can do things like black holes because he is a black in it. He's got Wandle as a tech skill. He's got Wand of Swords, which this one's really fun, so I'm gonna do it because it's amusing. Spins his rod. Turns into swords. Kaboom. I just love these rainbow weapons too, how they just shimmer. But anyway, I will need to go back out and do I need to relief charm? No. I won't go out and relief charm because it doesn't even matter at this point. I think what I'm actually gonna do instead is stop for a moment, get the elements onto Surge, and just do that instead. So I'll see you in a bit. So I've left him relatively unequipped, but he does have the elements now, which is the important part. So you see I can keep climbing up here, but that leads me to some sort of dead end with a Loch Ness monster. Or I can climb up over here, which has a water spurt. So I'm gonna take the... Aw, I thought that water spurt took me further. It's unfortunate. Nope. I'm gonna get this eventually. You know, one of these days, I will not fall down. So, there's something down here that I want to get. And I can't remember exactly how to do this because it's been a while. Fun fact, since this was not the path I did the first time, it's been a while. Well, if nothing else, this clears it out for later, and yeah. So this is a chest at the top. Hello, sir. Get a trap free fall. Not a bad element to have at all. Gonna take the quick way down here. Whee! Trying to avoid you. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Go up. No, stop. I don't want to fight the bat. I can't get off there. Can't get off there. Alright. Just like trying to weigh my options here. Yeah, I'm really bad at dodging those. Go through here, but that doesn't do anything for you. That just sends you back down here. Nope, this is the way I want to go, so I don't want to do that yet. I don't even care about running into boulders at this point. Yep, this doesn't get me there, so go over, down. There's one specific thing I want to do, and I have not been able to do it yet. That's okay, I'm gonna climb down here. Climb back down here. It's one of these paths I haven't taken yet. No, stop, thank you. Actually happy about that. Alright, you take me down here, been here before. Ah, that's what I gotta do. I see it now. I have to climb all the way back down to the bottom, actually. Funny enough, where Greg is waiting, if you need to go back out, you can go back out. There's also a path over here to a ladder. This is what I was missing. So we take this path up to the ladder, or the cliffside, I guess. We climb up here, try not to get in a fight with this gobbledygook. Run through here, and then this is the one I was thinking of, which shoots us down here to get this chest, which, Photon Ray, not the most worth it in the world, but for a first playthrough, also not bad. It's always good to have white elements when you have a white init character that you're not allowed to switch out. So for our first playthrough, it's still definitely something that is worth it, especially since this is very early game still. And then let me do this without getting completely shot off the edge. No. Okay. Plus side, that didn't send me in the geyser too, because that would have been bad. As soon as that starts going back, it's gonna jump me. Cool. Glad we had that talk. Alright, gonna get up here before I get knocked off by a rock. And we get a heal. Again, For me at this point, not the best, but at this point in the game, definitely worth it. I'm just gonna take this down. So at this point, we're pretty much done with everything we need to do grabbing chests on here. So now we just need to take the correct path up to the top without dying. So basically that's the goal at this point. Don't die. Which means I'm probably going to get into at least 2 other battles because those lock nests respawn. And it is the bane of my existence. Let me through. This one. I love it. I'm just like sitting there waiting. Wow. And to top it all off, I got knocked off by a rock twice and almost got into a fight with a gobbledygook too, but hey, I'm alive. Alright. Let's get up. No. No. Ah, so that's the secret. Don't let them see you. They can sense fear. Not actually, but it feels like it. Alright, so this is where we need to be. And we start making our ascent. He goes, ah, they made it up? Let this be the end of you. Yeah! And he comes down to fight us. He's very confident, considering how shiny my weapons are. Also, somehow 2 of them jumped down together. I don't get it either. That's fine. I was trying to just do like a 3-up and then just do his level 3 tech skill in the other one because I figured a 3-hit from Surge would like kill this guy. Yep. Hey. Why not? Let's steal. Yeah, it was worth a shot. You know, considering it wasn't gonna work anyway. Like considering they're not gonna be alive for long anyway, it's not the end of the world. And again, at this point in my playthrough, it's not gonna have anything useful, but it's always nice to know what they have, especially for people whose this would be their first playthrough, not, you know, New Game Plus. But whatever. Darn. Have some of this. And he tries to throw a rock. Oops, darn it. Apparently he had this huge rock on him. Then, and there's a bird coming in. Who knocks him off the edge. He screams. It caws at us, and then blocks the way. We have the chance to climb down now. This is the time if you wanted to element yourself up. But, let's be honest, this boss is going to be a piece of cake, because we're in a New Game Plus. So, while your party members scale with you in a New Game Plus, the enemies do not. That means that every New Game Plus is going to be about 5 million times easier. So we have the King Moment, we have blue and red. The blue and red, if I remember correctly, will cast things like Nimble and Numble, and Strengthen and Weaken. So really, if you want to take out the King, your best bet is to take out these side guys first. Which, as you can see, I've already almost taken out the blue one. Like, this is not... Yep, so Strengthen. So basically they buff the King, and they debuff you. And that's their whole plan. Here, I'll try and see if I can't get the blue one to cast something. Yep, Nimble. See, so first they start out, buff this guy. He goes in for his attack. All that fun stuff. So, like I said, take these guys out first. It's gonna make your life easier. Yes, I know it affects me so much, especially since they're doing 0 damage to me, even with Strengthen on. But yeah, and then they can also do techs such as Ice Sword and Fire Sword, I believe is the other one. Which, Prism Mail, weak enemy, only does 1 damage, but it is also the opposite in it. So he manages to get through it with that. Anyway, take that guy out. And, Luminaire. Whee! Time for this tech skill, which I can now fast forward through. Which, much though I love this tech skill, it does have kind of a long animation, so that's great. 400 damage, he's still up, but not by much. So, Wandled. Let's see what this is all about. Again, doesn't matter, I am going to go through all the tech skills at some point. There will be a Tech-a-palooza episode or two. We'll see it when we get there. Basically, the wand compresses, goes inside of him, and then just erupts. And then the king has dark radiance, in a way, coming from him. Like, he goes dark, but it's radiance from inside of him, and then he just kind of, like, is dead and disintegrates into feathery bits. Yeah, a fun death sequence. You go. You do you. Anyway, so that's really the difference here between the paths. So this is the only difference. By the time we get into Viper Manor, we then will get to the door and, "Oi, Surge, we're inside the premises. Let's wait here till nightfall." So at this point, now that we've hit nightfall, this is where all the paths converge. We see Night come over. We've seen this cutscene before, so this is where all 3 paths converge and where we start getting into the repeated content. So, with that, I hope you enjoyed Guile's Path, and we'll be getting into some more New Game Plus content and the exciting things it brings just next time on Chrono Cross. See you then.